Welcome. Each year I try to put together a list of the major astronomical events that are coming up in the next year, and this is the list for 2024. I hope you will enjoy. Let's start off with looking at meteor showers. There are a large number of meteor showers throughout the year. However, most of them are going to be ruined by the moon this year. Really, the only two that are favorable for us are the Eta Aquarids and the Perseids. If you want to observe meteors, first thing you need to find a spot with some nice dark skies. A sun lounger is useful, then you don't crick your neck. A blanket to stay warm, or bug repellent if it's summer, and a lot of patience. There are some special dates throughout the year. We start in January 2nd with Earth at perihelion. That means it's at its closest to the sun, and we're getting most of our energy at that point. We're getting about 7% more energy than we do at aphelion. That's because we're at only 147 million kilometers from the sun. On the 20th of March, we have the vernal equinox, and that's 0306 UT. On the 20th of June, we have the summer solstice at 2051. On the 5th of July, Earth is at aphelion, so it's further away from the sun, and that's at 152 million kilometers from the sun. So that means we'll be getting less energy at that time. The 22nd of September is the autumnal equinox. It also happens to be our wedding anniversary. The 21st of December is the winter solstice at 0921 UT. Now there are several events associated with both the sun and the moon. On the 25th of March we have a lunar eclipse. On the 8th of April we have a very special total solar eclipse. On the 19th of August we have a blue moon. On the 18th of September we have a supermoon and a lunar eclipse. On the 2nd of October we have a solar eclipse. On the 17th of October we have a supermoon. And on the 15th of November we have a supermoon. First of all, let's answer the question, what is a supermoon? The moon's orbit is eccentric, so that it spends sometimes closer to the Earth and sometimes further away. At the time it's closer or further away, the size of the moon in the sky, of course, will change. So when it's its closest, it appears largest in the sky, and when, of course, it's its furthest, it appears smallest. The difference is not all that large. Here's a comparison of a apogee moon and a perigee moon, and the difference is relatively small, so it's probably not easily seen by the naked eye. But if you measure it with a telescope or something of that sort, you can measure the difference. At perigee, it is called a supermoon when it's at its largest. Now, this is very important as far as eclipses are concerned. When you get the moon at a long distance from the Earth, it doesn't completely cover the sun if it should move in front of the sun, and so you get what is called an annular eclipse. If it's at perigee, nearest, the moon appears larger and will easily cover the sun, and the eclipses will be longer and darker. So let's take a look at the penumbral lunar eclipse on the 25th of March. A penumbral eclipse means the moon passes through the Earth's outer shadow, the partial shadow, or the penumbra, and all that happens is the moon appears slightly darker than normal. Doesn't pass through the real dark part of the Earth's shadow. So this eclipse will be visible basically by North and South America. Parts of it will be seen in Western Europe and Western Africa and Eastern Australia. On the 8th of April, we're going to have a total solar eclipse, and this is the one we've been waiting for in North America. It starts out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, comes in across Mexico, crosses through Texas, up in through New York. It actually passes over Niagara Falls, and goes out through eastern Canada. The maximum length of this eclipse is 4 minutes and 28 seconds, which is quite a long eclipse. So why is the 8th of April eclipse going to be so spectacular? It's particularly favorable, assuming you have clear skies, because the sun is at that time nearing solar maximum. The picture on the left here is what the earlier eclipse about 700 years ago looked like, and you could see the corona, but it wasn't very spectacular. It was just a little fuzz around the edge of the sun. On the right is what the corona currently looks like. So these large streamers going out to several solar radii. And that's something much more like what you're going to see in April. The 2nd of October solar eclipse is going to be an annular eclipse, i.e. the moon is going to be further away from the Earth than normal, so it doesn't completely cover the sun, so you see the sun with a ring around it. This is going to be largely seen in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so not many people are going to see this unless you journey to Patagonia, and then you'll only just see the end of this thing. With this moon at its greater distance, the moon's shadow doesn't reach the surface of the Earth. So in effect, it's a penumbral eclipse for the entire eclipse path. But further away from the eclipse line, you'll still have a partial eclipse of the sun. It's going to be a busy time for the planets this year. We have Mercury becoming alternately a morning star and an evening star throughout the year. Saturn is in opposition on the 8th of September. Neptune is in opposition on the 20th of September. Uranus is in opposition on the 17th of November. And Jupiter will be in opposition on the 7th of December. When a planet is in opposition, it means that the Sun, the Earth, and the planet are lined up. So that's our closest to that approach to that planet during that year. So that's the best viewing you'll see. The planet will lie directly south at midnight. The other thing to do is to keep tuned to what's going on around you. Particularly, you'll get some surprises, and at the moment, the most likely source of surprises is going to be the sun. As we're approaching solar maximum, we're going to get some large sunspot groups. There's going to be more flares. As a result of both of those, we're going to have more geomagnetic storms, which could lead to radio blackouts, GPS errors, power grid problems, and transpolar flights being cancelled. So keep tuned to the local space weather. Get other surprises like not just aurora, but comets coming through the solar system, asteroids flying close to the Earth. Sometimes they're visible even without telescopes. Often you can get fireballs associated with the major meteor showers. However, you can get fireballs at any time. And of course, every now and then a nova will pop off somewhere in our galaxy and we'll have a new star in the sky for a few weeks. I'd love to see a supernova like they had 400 years ago, so we're overdue for one of those, but I don't think we can count on that. So Happy New Year, everyone. May your skies be clear for the coming year and you get to observe all the phenomena you wish to see. So thank you for watching. So until next time, stay safe and goodbye.